Hi everyone, David here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back for another video, or welcome if it's your first one. I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing okay, except my feet are a little bit tired. I did a lot of walking on Monday to film this video, so please appreciate it. I was walking around Osaka Castle Park, which is the topic of today's video. I'm making kind of ultimate guide to the park. Firstly, how you can get there, how you can get into the park, how to get around, where to find different things, what to do different seasons, and also finally looking inside the castle, what you can expect inside. Hopefully that's interesting because that is a nice tourist area in Osaka. Osaka is an old city, but there's a lot of relatively modern buildings around the town, so there aren't if you look for history, then it's a lot harder to find than in Kyoto, for example. It's all there, but I wanted to introduce Osaka Castle. That's probably the, I'd say, one of the biggest tourist draws for the historical side in Osaka, and it's quite close to my apartment, so I enjoy this park a lot. This park got me through the coronavirus pandemic by giving me a chance to walk around somewhere with fresh air, not a lot of people. So I hope you appreciate it too. Yeah, this is not the first time I've talked about it, so please check out my other videos about for example, the best 50 places in Osaka. I'm going to do some other videos about Osaka, like sightseeing spots, a bit more condensed. I won't go into such a deep guide as this one for all of them, of course. But yeah, that's the name of the game today. I guess that's it. I'm going to go straight to the video. I'm going to narrate this one. So before we start, please remember to like the video if you enjoy it. Please do it anyway. You can even dislike it, and I still get some algorithm attention, so that's all good. But don't dislike it, please. You can also subscribe to the channel. Please do that. A lot of my viewers aren't subscribed, so I would like to convert some of those over. Leave a comment. What part of the castle are you interested in? Is there another sightseeing spot you'd like me to do an ultimate guide for? And also share this channel. If you've got any friends who are visiting Japan, please share this to them. They might. But people like to look at these videos when they're planning their trips, so yeah, hopefully I can help them. So I'm going to hand over to me, and please enjoy the video. Okay, see you on the other side. Okay, let's start our extensive trip of Osaka Castle Park at JR Morinomiya Station on the Loop Line, or Osaka Metro Morinomiya Station, which is on the Chuo Line, and the Nagahori Tsurumi Rokuji Line. Across that crossroad you can see the park. Alternatively, you can go underground through exit 3B from the metro, and you can finally pop out on the other side to Osaka Castle Park. Here we are. This is the kind of southeastern corner. Sometimes they have a little plant market down here. It's very nice, and it will take you to this main plaza. The first thing you'll find is this ticket area, and oh hello, you can catch this train which will take you around most of the eastern side of the park. And this plaza is quite large. Got the big roundabout fountain in the middle. There's a childcare, like a daycare centre over there. There's a bakery, there's a Starbucks. Remember these because I'm going to use these to label the routes a bit later on. And behind you there's a Lawson as well, and another route kind of spreading out from the centre. Next to the train ticket area there is a short route which just takes you back to the road actually, so there's not really anything there. That's mostly for car traffic. On the Lawson route, you can see that little signpost talking about events for the Ongakudo, which is the kind of music open-air theatre. So you can sometimes hear rock events out there for minor artists. And there's some stairs up there. We'll come back to those a bit later. If you take the bakery route down there, you'll make your way down to the Cool Japan Park Osaka, which is a set of... there's a couple of buildings here, but they have... some events, like smaller events, theatre events. There are Yoshimoto comedian shows as well, and a couple of halls and a schedule there. You can check it out. This might not be as interesting for foreign people, I guess. They're quite sort of niche interest events, I think. Between that bakery route and the next route I'm going to talk about, we've got the Citizens Forest, which is kind of between the bakery and the Starbucks. They've got a lot of cycle parking and some nice kind of leafy areas to go and rest and enjoy the kind of park foresty feeling. So it's nice in autumn. You should come here in the summer as well if you're a big fan of getting bitten by mosquitoes. Going around this roundabout again, we've got the Starbucks route. If you continue down there, this is one of the main avenues down the kind of eastern side of the park. It's a very nice leafy area. On the left side there is a little park here. This is not very nice in March, but in the autumn leaves season it's very beautiful. And that route continues along down there, but we've got a nice view of the the outer moat. And if you turn left, there is another staircase going up to the central area. So I'm going to come back to that a bit later as well. But I'm going to keep going down this Starbucks route. Along this route in autumn, you can see the autumn leaves, very beautiful there too. And of course in cherry blossom season, you can walk down there and some beautiful cherry blossoms as well. The cherry blossoms weren't really out when I recorded this at the start of March, never mind. Now this is the point where the Starbucks route and the bakery route actually converge again, so with that little forest in the middle. And you can see the Taiyo Plaza. Sometimes they have events here like circuses or fairs, and you can see Osaka Business Park at the back and Osaka Jo Hall as well, but we're going to get to those as well. Some events held there. Now you can also enter the park via JR Osaka Jo Koen station, which is on the loop line as well. If we turn around there, we can enjoy the Osaka Jo terrace, which is a fairly new area, which is full of restaurants, cafes, and a few shops and other things. You can get some Japanese food. You can get some like a teishoku there. You can get some tonkatsu as well. Enjoy some food there. You can enjoy some pancakes as well. This is a kind of famous chain place with a rather wordy advertisement on the front. And this is also one of the stops for the train ride as well. I don't think this costs very much, but you might as well just walk. It only takes about 10 minutes. Now there's also a Starbucks you can enjoy if you want your home comforts, which joins onto a plaza in front of Osaka Jo Hall, which is a large concert venue, so you can see some quite big concerts there. Not as big as Kyocera Dome, but it's pretty big. I saw Perfume there before. A nice walking route along the river, and you can enjoy the views of Osaka Business Park as well, which connects to the metro Nagahori Tsurumi Rokuchi line. And some restaurants, cafes there. And also there's an underpass going in the opposite direction back into the park. So you can see the castle just about peeping out there. Now this is the point where the Osaka Jo Terrace route joins up with the bakery route, and also the Starbucks route, another little side spur of that, in the shadow of Osaka Castle. And you can get some street food there. There's usually some stands there, especially when there's a concert being held. And now it's all converged. I'm going to call this the northeastern route. So this is going to curve all the way along. I'm going to come back to that soon. There's not really a lot to do down this route, but let's just check where we are. We're on, see that big red label there. So the big pale blue area is the Osaka Jo Terrace, and the green area there we've just been to. So Osaka Jo Hall, we've actually got our first bridge now into the inner area. So we're going to go across that in a moment, don't worry. But another Lawson as well, and this route follows along, kind of curves off to the northwest direction, even though I'm calling this the northeast route. And one more toilet if you need it. Going along this route, there's not much here, but if you come in December, it's very beautiful. They have the ginkgo trees, all bright yellow. There's also a peach grove as well. Peach trees blossom in about June time. There are a few plants flowering even in March. I'm not a botanist though, I don't know what that is. And sometimes you get some nice festivals here. This was at the end of November. You can see the ginkgo leaves starting to go yellow. So check out the Osaka Jo park schedule thing for events. Now let's finally go across this entrance. It's kind of a bridge to the inner area. So you've got this kind of intermediate area. They've got a few stalls, food stalls there. So corn on the cob and what's that, jumbo frankfurters. So you can pass through there. This area has occasional birds of prey for some reason. Some people just bring their birds of prey along and just show them to people. I don't think they're even getting money for it. They're just showing off their owls. I don't know. And on this particular day, you can see these leaves raked into beautiful patterns, which you can see from the top, which says Osaka Jo So yeah, Osaka Jo in leaves, Osaka Castle. And from here you can see, of course, Osaka Castle over there. And this route splits again into two areas. I'm going to call this the plum route on the left for reasons that will become obvious in a moment. And if you pan across to the right, we're going to call that the Kyobashi route, which will take you off to the north exit and also another bridge. So I called this the plum route because alongside it is the plum grove, or the Bairin as it's called. And this is perfect season. This is the end of February, beginning of March. You can see the plums blossoming, or pink and white. Not as beautiful as the cherry blossoms, of course, but you can take what you can get while it's still cold like this. And like I said, off to the side of the plum grove, you can go up this rather steep slope, and that's going to join on to another junction I'll talk about a bit later. It's quite steep though, but that might be a good area if you've got a wheelchair. Otherwise, let's continue off to the right. We can see the bridge across to Osaka Castle. So it's a very beautiful ornamental bridge. There's another Lawson. You can also buy tickets for the Golden Boat. Golden Boat doesn't sound too practical, but I'm assured it's just the colour, and you can ride that around the inner moat. So we've seen the outer moat before. This is the inner moat, which doesn't go all the way around, but you can enjoy the boat ride there. You can also get there by the passenger train. And this route is going off north. This is the Kyobashi route, like I said before. This is quite nice. It's a very quiet route, but you can get some beautiful views of Osaka Castle from there. When I take a walk, I often go this way too and take the same pictures I always do. But depending on the time of day, it does vary quite a lot. There are some rather mysterious Chinese lion dog statue things here. Not really sure where they're from. But that's around the area of this rather mysterious gate, which you can't open. This is the back gate of the Nishinomaru garden, which is a paid garden, so you can't sneak in. And you can keep going north and pop out of this exit. And like I said, this will join up with the northeastern route from earlier down there, which is coming from the right. And you can go left, and this whole route goes alongside the road and joins up in the corner, which will join up with the northwestern corner of the park. Now finally, let's go over this bridge. It's very beautiful, and you can get a lovely view of Osaka Castle from there. This is nice, but there's also a bit of a trek up there because it's quite steep. There's some stairs, there's a ramp as well, and there's a nice kind of mini garden on the way. Sorry, it's a bit sunny on this particular day. The contrast is blowing out my camera. And then you can enjoy the stone garden, have a little picnic there if you want to eat a sandwich, and go up this other steep slope. And we're almost there finally. Now there we are, nice views, panoramic views of the rest of the park, or the eastern side of the park. I am going to talk about the western side of the park in a minute, so we're not going to get to the castle yet, but here we are at the base of the castle. You'll have to wait a little bit longer to see the main plaza. But if you go off to the right, there's a little secret garden there too. I think this is where they used to hide some soldiers, apparently. And there seems to be an early blossoming cherry tree there too. And some tourists, which would absolutely not leave. They were just taking endless photos. Never mind. Now, from the southwestern corner, we've got Tanimachi Onchome metro station, and also the NHK headquarters and the Osaka Museum of History. This also splits into two areas. This left route, we'll call that the castle route. You can go down there. I'll talk about that in a minute. And on the right, there is, I'm going to call this a Sakura route. Again, I'll explain that in a second. So let's go down the Sakura route first. We've got some nice views of the outer moat, again, from the western side. Very beautiful, apart from the rubbish floating in the moat that's not usually there. There's also a big monument here to the teachers that were killed during World War II in Osaka. So there's a bit of historical monuments dotted around the park. And if you continue down the Sakura route, well, there's not a lot of cherry blossoms here at the start of March. But if you come in the end of March, or the start of April, you can see some beautiful cherry blossom trees down here. Beautiful place to walk. And also famous area for picnics, for Hanami parties. Hanami is the kind of cherry blossom viewing parties, so check that out if you want to see some drunk businessmen. If you're coming by a coach tour, that's where the coach park is as well. That's along the Sakura route. And this road continues off to the east, which I'm going to mention in a moment. That will join up eventually where we started this tour from. There might be a few food stands here and there too. We've got some dorayaki there if you like Doraemon, and takoyaki if you love Osaka, so try those out. Now, if you didn't use the Sakura route and you went along the castle route, going past the main entrance, there is another toilet and a Lawson and a taxi rank there. If you follow this alongside the road, that will join up with that northeastern route I said earlier, and that's going to complete the loop. Otherwise, don't go that far. You can take the main entrance into the inner part of the castle. So yeah, this is the most spectacular entrance, I think. You can see that nice stone gate. And you can continue down that route, or if the season's right and it's open, you can go to the left to the Nishinomaru Teien, which is a special private garden, which you can pay, I think, less than 400 yen, I think, and see the beautiful cherry blossoms when they're blooming. Wonderful views of the castle with the cherry blossoms, definitely very Instagram friendly. And I've had some nice picnics here as well, so if you get there early enough, you can get a nice picnic spot. So enjoy your first hanami in Japan. If we didn't go to the garden, we can continue past the kind of martial arts dojo area, so you can see people practicing sometimes. There's the main entrance to the inner area. Opposite that there's a shrine. This is the Hokoku Jinja, and you can see historical statues. I forgot who that was. I think it's somebody very important. You can go and take your photos in there and enjoy a Japanese shrine while you're in the park. I often go there for Hatsumode, the first shrine visit of the year, because that's the closest big shrine to my house. And okay, leaving that shrine behind, there is another route that will continue past that main entrance, and that will carry on along down that route. Let me just investigate that briefly. That will split into the top of the plum route, so the plum gardens down that long slope, or you can turn right and go down the, I'm going to call this the bush route. This will join up with the routes we talked about earlier. Now, since this is near the plum route, you can look down from the higher area and see the plum grove down there. I didn't think they were fully bloomed, but they are quite nice, aren't they? And if you follow the bush route around, you can see a nice pine tree lined little boulevard, and you might see a cat there. If you take the first left, if you're coming out of the bush route, you will find this staircase which will take you down to those stairs on the Starbucks route, if you remember those. That was off to the left. Otherwise, you can go through this obviously haunted forest, or you can keep going on through, and you'll eventually get to the Peace Osaka Museum. This is cheap to get inside. I haven't actually visited this before, but I will one day. A Peace Museum. And if you don't care about peace, you want to choose violence, then you can turn left and go down the stairs here. These stairs will lead to those big stairs on the Lawson route. So just tying all that up. Now, I've done all the routes now, so let's finally get into Osaka Castle's main inner sanctum. So there's a large plaza here, very open, lots of tourists. And of course you're going to get some beautiful views of Osaka Castle up close and personal, and a big elevator in the front of it. This is a reconstruction of castle, so this we included escalator this time. There's a beautiful water garden as well. We often see people getting wedding photography taken around here, so enjoy that. There's also a time capsule buried at the 1970 Expo, which will be dug up in about 5,000 years, so stay tuned. There's an ornamental stone garden as well, designed by a famous ornamental stone garden designer. It's a bit lost on me. There's also the large refurbished Miraiza building, which has many restaurants on the upper floors. But on the ground floor there are a lot of tourist shops. You can buy a lot of Japanese tats, including Ghibli stuff, Pokemon stuff, at I'm sure very reasonable prices. And some little Japanese handkerchiefs there, with some nice handicraft, and some actually quite beautiful little models. Those are a bit tacky, but these ones are very beautiful kind of dioramas of traditional Japanese shops. And you can try some local food as well. You can get some Japanese beef in what looks like an ice cream, but it's actually mashed potato with beef on top of it. Delicious. If you're looking for something a bit more mundane, you can go to Tally's Coffee and enjoy your chain store coffee. Downstairs there's a figure museum. I think this is the same company that does the one in Nagahama in Shiga, so check that out. I'm going to take a look at one day. There's a nice restaurant too, serving konamon, which is Osaka traditional food. We've got the Holy Trinity of kushikatsu, takoyaki, and also okonomiyaki, so you can try them all out there if you want to. But if you're on holiday, you just fancy an ice cream, you can do that. You can have a gold ice cream if you're feeling a bit fancy. And you can try some gold takoyaki for reasons that I'm sure are very good. Now let's finally go inside the castle. You can buy tickets online or you can line up. It only costs 600 yen. It cost me that much, and only 15 minutes walking. Inside you can see a shachihoko, which is a kind of legendary dolphin thing that you'll see on top of the roof, and a big tiger. Lovely. Like I said, this is a reconstruction, so it does have elevators in there, but you have to queue up for those. There's quite a long line. That is free though. I took the stairs like a champ. And there's also a little tourist souvenir shop as well, so you can buy some Osaka souvenirs. On the middle floors, you can't take photos on some of the floors, but this one you could. There's extensive exhibition about the summer war of Osaka Castle. You can meet all the main characters. You can see a video with translations in many languages. And you can even see some little models. So yeah, I've got to catch them all. Look very collectible. And learn a bit of history about Osaka Castle as well. There's even these kind of strange Pepper's Ghost display things. You can see these video displays. And finally you can go to the 8th floor at the top and see some panoramic views. There's Osaka Jo Hall there, and there's the kind of the eastern side of the park. There's a shachihoko on the roof. Probably not the best season to go there, but you can look down and see the plaza in front of the castle. See all those people milling around taking photos, and the Miraiza building over there too. Yeah, this might be better in spring when some of the flowers are out, or maybe in the autumn as well when the red leaves are there. I think that is the plum grove down there as well. Is that? I'm not sure. And yeah, I don't know, I think that is. And there's Osaka Jo Hall again. And finally, this is a view of Nishinomaru Garden, the one with the cherry blossoms I showed you earlier. That'll be lovely in the spring, I'm sure. There we go, that's Osaka Castle. Take some nice photos with the cannon in front of it, and take a last look at the big castle. So thank you very much for staying all the way to the end of this video. I hope that was very useful for you. I'm going to hand back over to myself to wrap up this video, but definitely come to Osaka Castle Park. Maybe not in so much detail as I did, but it's a very nice place to walk around. Hi, welcome back. Yeah, like I said, thanks for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate that. I hope that guide was interesting, or you just wanted to see the park a bit more. I certainly got my step count in. I think I did about 18,000 steps at the end of the day, so I'm set up for the week's goal. I think that's about everything I wanted to show from the castle. The only thing I couldn't show was the night view. I wasn't going to hang around for 4 hours for it to get dark. I'll put a picture here of what it looks like at night. Obviously a lot of the attractions are closed at night, including the castle itself, but if you are just maybe your hotel's near the park or something like that, you can have a wander in. It's all open for quite a while. It might be open all night. I've never tried it at very late night time, except for New Year. I said I do Hatsumode at the Hokoku Jinja shrine in the middle, but that's kind of special. They open shrines later in that case, but I don't think there are doors on it, so I think you can just wander in and see it all lit up. So yeah, that's it really. Definitely check out Osaka Castle Park. If you have any questions about the park, then let me know, or questions about anything, please let me know. Leave a comment about that. Subscribe to the channel, please, that would help me a lot. Like this video as well, that helps too, get a bit of engagement. And also share this video or this channel to your Japan loving friends, or anyone who's going to take a holiday here soon. I'd appreciate that a lot, because the progress is starting, but I'm starting to worry it's going to kind of peter out a bit. So please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I think we can probably do it this year, which will be a huge thing for me. So please help me out, please. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and sorry this was a longer video than I expected, but I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Okay, bye.